Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we will be going over some romance anime that I think you should watch. So let's stop delaying and jump right into it. First on our list is My Dress-Up Darling, a little bit of a newer anime and honestly a really solid watch. You have some uniqueness with the whole cosplay and making outfit stuff, and in all honesty I quite enjoyed this aspect. Maybe I'm easily entertained, but watching our boy Wakana put his heart and soul into the first outfit was great, and Marin's reaction to it was so wholesome and just honestly heartwarming. Also, what makes My Dress-Up Darling a bit different from the usual romance anime is the female lead Marin falls in love with the male lead Wakana first. Usually it's the other way around, with the male lead falling in love first, so this was a nice little break from the normal romance mold. My Dress-Up Darling has so many great things going for it, and I honestly highly suggest checking it out. I don't think it'll disappoint you. It's a really solid anime. Next on our list is a little bit of a throwback, that being Chobits, and I feel like I've talked about Chobits so many times before, so I will try to keep this one a little bit short. Chobits is about a dude and he finds a robot chick. The dude tries to teach the robot chick, they fall in love, yada yada. It's great. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you, I love Chobits. I think it's a really solid anime. It's old, I will say that now, it is old, and I'm not the biggest fan of older anime, but Chobits just honestly hits different, and I feel like there's a lot of comedic aspects with it, and the romance isn't really the main focus point in the anime. I feel like it kind of takes a backseat, but still it is a romance anime, and it's honestly quite a strange one. It is really weird, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like the whole thought of this dude finding a robot on the sidewalk or whatever, and he falls in love with said robot. It's weird, you have to admit, but that's how anime goes, and honestly it's really enjoyable, and I would also highly suggest this one if you're looking for like an older anime with the older anime art style and all that good stuff. It's a sleeper hit. I absolutely think it's underrated. Check it out. Bringing it back to the present day with Call of the Night, you got vampires, you got a boy who wants to be a vampire, you have to fall in love with a vampire to become a vampire, I guess. It's a little strange, but hey, I don't make the vampire rules. Anyways, I think what makes Call of the Night really unique is it has this like fantasy aspect with the vampires and all of that, but at the same time it still feels like a slice of life anime, and I really enjoy when shows do this because slice of life can get boring at times, so a little sprinkle of fantasy or whatever spices things up a little bit. And embarrassingly enough, I found myself getting giddy seeing our protagonist's relationship grow and evolve. Did my mans turn into a vampire? I don't know. You're just gonna have to watch it for yourself and find out. You like how I did that? All the bigger YouTubers do shit like that, and I wanted to feel fancy too, alright? Check it out. Good anime. Don't think it'll disappoint you in the slightest. Darling in the FranXX is a little bit of a weird one with the romance side of things. I don't think the romance was the main focus in the anime, but it was definitely the most enjoyable aspect for me. Of course, you have the mechs fighting these weird robot monster things, but the romance between Hero and 02 was just great, and I will honestly die on this hill. Darling in the FranXX is one of the best animes I have ever watched. It's just a really solid watch all around, and I know it's got a little bit of hate. The pacing was all over the place, and maybe it's a tad bit overrated. Sure, I will give you that one, but the romance side of thing is just awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Really nice to see 02 and Hero because they kind of have a little bit more of a unconventional relationship with each other. It's kind of weird because in Darling in the FranXX you have to have a male and female to pilot these mechs, and 02 I guess killed all of her co-pilots, her male co-pilots, which is slightly strange. I guess she was just so strong or intense that the male co-pilots died or whatever, but Hero was able to take it. They pilot this giant mech together, and that kind of builds the relationship, and it's honestly really dope. I don't know, maybe it's because it was like one of the first real animes that I've watched, so it kind of has a special place in my heart or whatever. Hands down, I think the romance is great in this anime, and if you're watching just for romance, I think you'll find it enjoyable. But yeah, Darling in the FranXX, solid watch, check it out. And last but absolutely not least, we have Tomo-chan is a girl, and the quickest way I can explain Tomo-chan, it's about a girl who isn't really into girlish things. She has a crush on her childhood friend. His name is June. June sees Tomo as one of the bros, or one of the boys, because Tomo has always been into, I guess, conventionally, like, boyish stuff. I don't really know how to explain it. Tomo is one of the boys. That's like the easiest way to describe it, alright? She's just one of the boys, but Tomo has a crush on June. June, like I said, sees her as one of the boys. So the whole anime is basically about Tomo trying to attract June in any way she can by changing her appearance, doing makeup, different kinds of clothes, and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of comedy in this because it is really funny to see Tomo change as a character to try to attract June, and June just being a dumbass doesn't really notice or doesn't care for most of the series. He doesn't really pay attention all that well, and you can also see June and Tomo scrap quite a few times in the series, and I bring it up each time I make a video on Tomo-chan as a girl. I thought it was kind of funny how they would scrap. You just see Tomo slapping the absolute shit out of June. It's funny, and I'll put a little spoiler alert here just in case you don't want anything spoiled. Skip ahead to the next chapter on the timeline or whatever, go down to the timestamps and skip ahead to the outro or whatever. But Tomo and June actually get together, and for some reason that's not something you see often in romance anime because most of the time the two characters never get together. But in this anime it took a while. Near the end of the series, Tomo and June eventually got together, and it's really nice to see because who doesn't like to see the two characters actually get together and form a relationship? And honestly, I can talk about Tomo-chan as a girl all day because I think it's just a really funny and solid romance anime. So I would highly suggest checking it out. And I think that about does it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on these shows I listed down below in the comments. Check the description for all my links. I'll also try to fit a synopsis for each anime down there as well. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.